what are you finding to be more challenging to achieve in the Australian market compared to your experiences in the US? And vice versa, what do Australians do better?
Well, I think the most challenging thing for me as the chief regulator, I just told people what to do. So, I think the issue is in terms of getting the various entities together and getting a common vision. We really need to do that. I think we're well in the way. Again, the Finkel Review and the COAG's adoption of it was really critical, and it's just really now delivering on it. What I think what Australians do better is their willingness to discuss, to debate, and resolve. So I think that's much better in American. I know people think the system is fragmented here. You've seen nothing until you see fragmentation in the US.
That's great. I think there's a great question that's just come through here. Sort of the pipeline of change through not only AEMO but AER, AEMC has been sort of historically potentially a bit slow. How do you think this kind of idea of proof of concept programs will speed up changes to how the NEM operates?
I think the way it does is that it actually shows people how things work. So for example, the work we've done with ARENA on the demand response, we're really going to see how that works. We've gotten, I think, good responses. We're going to learn a lot this season. And now when we go to the AEMC for a rule change, we'll have the benefit of experience and knowledge, which means that what we put through with a rule change will have a lot better both credibility, but we'll have a lot more confidence. I think the other thing that AEMO's doing is we've set up our own expert panel of customers that are market participants so that we can engage with the market much better in driving change and identifying solutions.
Yeah, great. There's a question that just popped off down the bottom there, but I'm going to ask it because you mentioned this earlier about the customer orientation and customer focus. Do you think the Australian energy sector is customer focused?
I think one of the things that we have to think about is really how do we drive customer value. And part of it is going to be accurate pricing. So to me, the opportunity exists for us to really think about driving the productivity and the efficiency of the system end to end. And I don't see it's not consumer focused, but I think Australia, because of the way our system is configured, the fact that unlike Europe and the United States, we don't have these huge mesh networks, it's a pretty stringy system. The idea of creating vertical markets where we're coupling the ability to manage demand more efficiently with what's happening on the grid scale will allow us to drive productivity throughout the system in a much better way. And I think that Australia actually can lead the world in that because that's where the rest of the world's going and really where we have to go because while I think we need to we can develop networks to integrate better, it's never going to be the kind of system where you see people building, like the huge transmission networks that happen in the United States and Europe, mostly because the population centers are not across the country. So being able to really focus on what I would call vertical market integration and being able to maximize the use of demand is really what's going to help drive productivity across the system and drive consumer value.
Fantastic. Audrey, thank you so much. That's all we've got time for. Please join me in thanking Audrey Zibelman. Thank you so much, Audrey.